Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire. It's Speed Freaks. Motorsports Radio redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
I wasn't getting that, and so I tried to force my hand to get that and get to his outside. And when I did, just for some reason, whatever happened, it just gave all the air in all the wrong place and spun out. It doesn't matter what I expect. I don't think anybody gives anybody anything anymore. It's all take.
Oh, it's all take. Kyle Busch after Kansas Speedway on Sunday afternoon. Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richard C. Suave, Statman, we're all here. And if it looks like Crash and I are hanging out in the conference room, we are. And one in particular, it's WorldWide Technology Raceway. Of course, the Midwest Nationals going off this weekend with Dallas Glenn winning Pro Stock, Tony Schumacher winning the NHRA Top Fuel category. And, of course, Funny Car goes to
I wasn't getting that, and so
the hell just happened?
That was my bad. Sorry, I had a quick finger. I just want to hear Kyle Busch's audio again. Yeah.
And don't forget Gage Herrera.
I'm not done yet. I didn't even get Fast Jack Beckman out of my gullet here. Fast Jack Beckman winning the Funny Car class in John Force's Funny Car, and of course Gage Herrera, as Crasher mentioned, on the Pro Stock motorcycles. WorldWide Technology Raceway. NASCAR playoff track, by the way. Congratulations to Chris and Curtis with the track for lining that thing up. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or X, as the kids call it nowadays. X, Facebook, Instagram, and, of course, the website, speedfreaks.tv. We're going to hear from your winner, of course, Ross Chastain, Kansas Speedway Sunday afternoon. But real quick, and this can be a ratings killer. This could be a let's turn the TV off. I get it. I understand it. But there's a section of the country that really some individuals inside the NASCAR realm stepped up to help some of those that suffered consequences from the hurricane that made its way up through Georgia, North Carolina, and in particular, Crasher, Greg Biffle, Rick Hendrick, Joe Gibbs.
Yes,
this is going on over the weekend and today as well.
Yes, immediately Greg Biffle just took matters into his own hands. He's got a helicopter and he decided to fly some rescue missions. And he started this, I believe it was either late Friday or early Saturday. And then it became a thing. And other people, there are some people in NASCAR who work in the business who are stuck in the mountains. And so we really do hope that our fellow media people, our fellow friends and family that are in the mountains of North Carolina, we hope that in Tennessee, we hope that they will come out of this okay. And so Greg Biffle, I just love that he immediately took matters into his own hands and started flying some rescue missions. And then, yes, Team Hendrick, their helicopter was put to use. The Joe Gibbs Racing helicopter was put to use. Both of those confirmed on Sunday to be in and out of, I think it was Hendersonville and one towards Asheville. So thank you, NASCAR community, to go find, to go help, to go rescue, not just people in the racing world who need some help, but just everybody in the Appalachian Mountains who are just, they need help in general. And the NASCAR community stepped up. Props. Statman,
you're based in Columbus, and you felt the effects of the hurricane and the storms, the residual effect from the hurricane, right?
Yeah, once it had hit land and reduced to a tropical storm, the northern edge of that tropical storm on Friday came up and inundated central Ohio, knocked my power out for 4 hours. Before that, it was even crazier. It was flashing on and off, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, maybe a minute, 5 minutes, for like a half hour. And finally, I just sat back and I got a chance to finish a book before it got dark. And once it got dark, it said, "Hey, this is enough of this. Let's get serious here." And Yeah, the power came back on. And this will tell you how stupid the stat man is. I was getting ready to go to a sister's house to charge up my iPad and my phone and whatnot. And I was gathering everything together. And all of a sudden, the room got bright. I picked up the flashlight and looked at it like, what's wrong with this flashlight?
Oh.
Wait, what?
It took about 3 or 4 seconds for it to register that the power was back on. But yeah, I thought the flashlight had gone crazy. You know, I was getting ready to blow up or something.
Yeah, when I heard that in central Indiana, Indianapolis, there was the Brian Clausen 39, the memorial race on the dirt track at IMS. When I heard that there were trees down around that track, there was such big wind in Indiana that I'm like, wait, and then Statman's having issues and power outages in Ohio. This storm hit so many states in different ways, but wow, it's devastating all around. BC 39 ran on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
New winner, I believe it was. Oh, yep. Well, I'm gonna have to look up.
It's okay. Friday, all the qualifying was rained out at WorldWide Technology Raceway.
Cale Drake, your winner at BC 39
for the NHRA race. No rain on Saturday and Sunday at all. They got all qualifying in for Saturday, and of course, all the elimination rounds on Sunday. But man, what it's done to the East Coast, and
yeah.
And I realize when this is airing on MAV TV on Monday, it's just the effect, the long-lasting effect that this is going to have. A friend of ours who lives in Hendersonville, which is outside of Asheville, was one of our executive producers for our ESPN2 and Speed Channel shows for Speed Freaks. We visited areas that were affected by Katrina and motorsports stars. Angel Sampey. There were a couple of other, I don't need to get in the minutia of that. My point is this, that the effect that it has, this hurricane has on motorsports and the motorsports community isn't lost on us. And Crasher, you made reference to that there are similarities here to what Katrina had on the Gulf Coast at the time.
Florida and the Panhandle, or what I forget what they were calling that zone south of Tallahassee that actually took the direct hit.
Yeah,
they got Big Bend. Thank you. They got the warnings, and Florida residents know, okay, hurricanes are serious deal.
Mm-hmm.
So they know to evacuate. They know where to go. They have their shelters. Not everybody does it, but they at least know that there's a procedure in place. Nobody in the Appalachian Mountains had any thought that this could happen, the flooding, the mudslides to their areas. Nobody evacuated. They were literally caught off guard. So yes, it's when I see photos, videos, when I see the motorsports community talking on social media, it reminds me of Katrina, Hurricane Katrina in 2005. I'm feeling like this is Katrina 2.0. Drastically different, but man, those flooding scenes are hard to watch.
Yeah, not just that, but there's a couple of routes that I think Interstate 40 and Interstate 26 in western North Carolina have had huge landslides. And they say Interstate 40 is going to be shut down until further notice in that region because the landslides, they've got to clear off, 20 feet of dirt off the roadway. Yeah, the Appalachian area is they're in a bad place right now, and they're going to need a lot of help.
Yep.
So again, props to Greg Biffle for I guess igniting this thing with the other NASCAR team owners and utilizing the access to their helicopters for these rescues. Again, when I saw that on Twitter or on X with Greg Biffle with these rescues and some of these aerial shots that he had in North Carolina, being insulated again, growing up, living in Phoenix, and then of course out here in St. Louis, Illinois for the 3 days that we're here for the drag races. And being consumed with that, it's kind of lost on me, really, what's going on just east of us. And again, my goodness, man, many thoughts going out to you guys.
Yeah, quickly during the broadcast of the race today in Kansas, they talked about one crew member on one team who's a retired cop, and he said when the race is over, he's going to go back and join the force again to rescue people in Asheville and Henderson County, and a lot of those areas. I think Buncombe County, they called it. They said it was biblical damage in some of those areas. So they're going to need a lot of help in that area. Henderson County is 100% without power.
Man, let that resonate. And again, that's so far north of the Gulf Coast, of the Gulf of Mexico, and just to see these states getting rocked so far in, just the magnitude of what that earthquake has done, or hurricane, and continues to do to our brothers and sisters, man. All right, Freak Nation, we got a big show for you. We're going to have your NHRA winners joining us. We're going to have Erica Enders here in the Freak Nation, Leah Pruett, AJ Allmendinger, Ross Chastain. It's a big 2 hours of the Freaks. We're going to hear from Kyle Busch. We'll hear from Kyle Larson. Holy smokes. What about NHRA drivers cursing on the heels of Formula One drivers getting fined? Oh, yeah, it's all coming up. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add one 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. One bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, make your plans now to get yourself a new set of General tires. And if you buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires, you'll get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Fall's here. Winter's coming. Wet weather. You want to make sure you're on a new set of General tires. For more information, check it out at GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for over 2 decades.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Rev up your passion for speed. Mav TV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, Mav TV Go has something for everyone. Mav TV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire. And the countdown to the championship is setting the track ablaze. September 27th through 29th, Tony Stewart and more continue their chase for the crown at the NHRA Midwest Nationals at WorldWide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets at WWTRaceway.com for a weekend of nitro-charged playoff action. Kids 12 and under get in free with general admission. The NHRA Midwest Nationals, September 27th through 29th. Get your tickets today.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio redefined.
This freaking segment is brought to you by our friends at Lucas Oil. Now, what automobile do you have in the garage? I bet Lucas Oil could keep that thing fat and happy and on the road. From everyday car care, heavy-duty trucking to agriculture, hot rods, classic cars, motorcycles, and marine, Lucas Oil has what you need to keep those engines, interiors, and exteriors looking like and running like they're supposed to be. For more information, go to the website, lucasoil.com, and find the perfect Lucas Oil product. Keep your rides on the road.
I usually ignore driver whining and complaints, so this week Kyle Larson posted a long piece on X about his frustrations with social media fans who find fault with cup racing these days. The long and short of Larson's missive was this: no one knows why cup racing is so bad right now. NASCAR, Goodyear, teams, the drivers, none of the partners have an answer. But think on this for a moment. Spec racing like you find in NASCAR and IndyCar is generally a poor show. The only ones who like it are the sponsors, who want a chance to see their cars and brands in front. Sponsors don't like it when they don't get their brand on TV. But that means every other partner is denied the chance to put his or her input on display. Engineers can't engineer, drivers can't stretch envelopes and drive, even the sanctioning bodies can't sanction with enlightened rules. Sponsors want a chance to win. They write the checks, their word is final. So, how do you get along without sponsor money? Think on that for a minute. Peace.
Your Statman Scat brought to you by our good friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com. And playing off Statman's Scat, I forget who it was I was talking to recently, which NASCAR driver it was, about Kansas Speedway and how there are a number of drivers talking about how excited they are to run this car on Kansas Speedway again this year. And I said, really, is it that interesting? Is that track just that challenging for you? And he brought up, I can't remember what driver it was. Crash, you remember who it was that I was talking to?
I have no idea what you're about to say.
A driver talking, one of the drivers we talked to recently about how Kansas Speedway was challenging to him. And my point is, looking at what I saw from the highlights of the Kansas race, it didn't hold my attention like these drivers talk about it being such a damn good racetrack to where you really got to drive that race car. I mean, yeah, the issue between Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain, that was cool momentarily, but
or Chase Briscoe.
Excuse me. Yeah, Chase Briscoe. But again, Kansas Speedway, it just didn't hold the weight that these drivers put on it for being such an interesting track. I mean, Richie, you spent more time watching the race than I did, and you being the snorkeler that you are, it didn't keep you from getting your nap in, but it wasn't that engaging for you either.
No, it wasn't. The best way I could describe this race is it's like the appetizer. It's like the breadsticks that they bring you at the Italian restaurant before they bring out the main course meal. And the main course meal in this scenario being Talladega next week. Yeah. That's what it kind of just felt like today. It felt like we had to get through this. We had to get through our breadsticks. We had to get through that and all the small talk at the beginning of the dinner in order to get to the main course meal that is Talladega coming up next week. That's what this felt like for me today. And that my only takeaway from this race being that I find interesting that Tyler Reddick, who won the regular season championship this year,
yep.
He's currently out of a playoff spot 4 races into the playoffs, which is wild to me and absolutely insane. And it just goes to show you the NASCAR playoff system is wacky and wild as any playoff system you're going to get. But yeah, this was the teaser for what's to come next week. So
Kansas Speedway is breadsticks and small talk. Talladega is going to be what? 7-layer lasagna? I mean, what are we talking here?
I just like the fact that Richie kept it clean because he could have said, yeah, Kansas Speedway was foreplay, and then Talladega. Hey-o.
Come on.
Ross Chastain talking about that final restart.
Yeah, it goes back to the choose, right? And coming off pit road second, I was thankful actually that we didn't have to choose, because it's just a win-win or a lose-lose. It's just 50-50. It's not one way or the other. I could make the case that you can win from both lanes. It comes down to the launch, the push, and then just air in 1 and 2. So I said on the radio I was glad that we didn't have to choose, and Phil Surgeon, he manifested earlier in the race us getting up to the front 2 rows because we just couldn't quite get there, and they manifested front row maybe later we would get to choose, which we didn't have happen. But I think that the win was the launch. I did a really good job, as close to the line as you can possibly be, and then the 48 getting inside of the 19 and one into turn 1 was really key. So from there, it was all about locking my elbows in and trying not to get too loose, and just run clean laps to get to the end. 25 was like the perfect number of laps for us.
Freak Nation, I think the next time you hear manifested twice in the Freak Nation, especially from a NASCAR Cup Series driver, will again be the second time that you've heard it. Because I don't know if anybody's ever used manifest twice on this show ever. But damn it, Ross Chastain's crew chief manifested that win for Ross Chastain.
The surgeon manifest.
Yeah, see, the win allowed him to manifest the watermelon on the racetrack at part of his celebration.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
We're trying so hard to find some excitement in this Kansas Speedway race that we're talking about what Ross Chastain said, a word that he used twice in one of his sound bites. Hey, Kyle Busch, just stir it up, will you?
I wasn't getting that, and so I tried to force my hand to get that and get to his outside. And when I did, just for some reason, whatever happened, it just gave all the air in all the wrong place and spun out. It doesn't matter what I expect. I don't think anybody gives anybody anything anymore. It's all take. Take.
Take. But who else said that? Oh, Martin Truex Jr. He's echoing Martin Truex Jr.'s comments. Yeah, this series has become, I'm paraphrasing, but the series has become a more selfish series, and people they're out for themselves and not for the good of the sport, or whatever Martin Truex said a couple weeks ago. Kyle Busch is echoing. Take.
Kyle Larson. This will get people excited, talking about no power after the Kansas Speedway race.
Yeah, I just had no speed. And,
Yeah, I love that. Whoever that was, they see that Kyle Larson's on camera, probably doesn't like him. Go! Crank it!
Yeah, I just had no speed. And, I don't know. Couldn't figure it out, but hopefully they'll figure it out why we were.
That was probably Chastain's burn down on the racetrack. That lasted about 5 minutes.
Yes, right. Yes, there you go.
It was out of control at one point.
Kyle Larson, just to screw it, I'm going to go and answer this question.
Yeah, I just had no speed. And, I don't know. Couldn't figure it out, but hopefully they'll figure it out why we were just off on, overall mile per hour after we got everything somewhat repaired, because it sounded like Cliff was pretty confident with the repair.
I'm just going to stop it. I didn't hear a damn word he said. I just heard freaking V8 upstairs going bananas, stat man.
He was trying to, at one point, he put his nose on the outside wall and the banking, and he was trying to do, they do a burnout into the wall, but the banking was so steep that as he was doing the burnout forward, the car was sliding backwards.
Oh, Freak Nation. Hey, Suave, do some quick research real quick. Curious what the NASCAR Nation is saying from Jeff Gluck's question. Has Jeff Gluck put the question out?
No,
as of the taping of the show?
You ask me this every darn week, Kenny, and I tell you every darn week that he puts it out on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah,
you don't have it in time for the Sunday night live radio show.
All right.
God, will you listen to me once in a while?
What's your prediction, Richard C. Suave? All right, Statman, what?
There's a mini rant from Richie, a Richie mini rant. There you go. manifesting anger.
Come on.
That works.
Ross, give me this horsepower,
I
bud.
just had no speed. And it's
All right.
Okay, but hold on. Jeff Gluck did not, because
Quickly
he doesn't do
crasher.
it on Sunday nights.
Quickly.
Was Kansas Speedway a good race? He did capture the game last night. Alabama, Georgia. Overwhelmingly, 85% people saying.
Freak Nation, NHRA lit it up. Worldwide Technology Raceway. We're going to hear from your Pro Stock winner, your Top Fuel winner, and your Funny Car winner. It's all coming up next. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, make your plans now to get yourself a new set of General tires. And if you buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires, you'll get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Fall's here. Winter's coming. Wet weather. You want to make sure you're on a new set of General tires. For more information, check it out at GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for over 2 decades.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for professional detail or shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Rev up your passion for speed. MAVTV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire. And the countdown to the championship is setting the track of Lays. September 27th through 29th, Tony Stewart and more continue their chase for the crown at the NHRA Midwest Nationals at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets at WWTRaceway.com for a weekend of nitro-charged playoff action. Kids 12 and under get in free with general admission. The NHRA Midwest Nationals, September 27th through 29th. Get your tickets today.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Dallas Glenn, Pro Stock winner, Worldwide Technology Raceway, back in the Freak Nation. Last time you joined us was after a win, and I hammered you a little bit, though, about when you got into the playoffs, you crapped the bed. You're not crapping the bed. What's changed mentally for you this year versus last year?
Definitely the KB Titan guys have definitely stepped up their game with the race car. Halfway through the season, we swapped to a new car, and they've definitely gotten the handle at the right time. Last year, I felt like we just kind of fell off with the race car at the absolute worst time, and I feel like the other team kind of picked up at the same time that we fell off, and that's what made it seem like really crapped out. But this year, we've definitely been picking up. They've been working extremely hard in the shop, and I've been driving very well. So it definitely, I've got a lot more confidence in this car. I feel like I'm in a great spot where with the clutch pedal, and then I'm hitting the tree good and shifting good, and I really like this new car. About
10% of that answer, you talked about you. Give yourself a little bit more credit. Someone's got to drive that damn car, my friend. And if you're not set upstairs, you can't get anything down the track.
No, but it's basically if I just go up there and I do my job the exact same every time, I hit my shifts the same, I stage the same, I let go of the clutch the same every time. It's up to the crew chiefs to do their job there, and the better job that I can do, the better job they'll do, and I can't stress that enough. I can go up there and make a good run look bad, and then I can go up there and make a bad run look good too. In the case of Charlotte, where the car immediately took a left turn and it was a car width out of the groove, that was they definitely gave me credit on that one for bringing that one back. But they still do a fantastic job tuning the engine and tuning the clutch and suspension and everything that they have to do. These cars are not easy to tune, and they're not easy to drive either. So as long as I can do my job the same, it definitely helps them out.
You also mentioned, and she's standing right behind me, Sadie, your wife, that it's going to drive her crazy with some of these finishes coming down to the wire. What does she do that you recognize that makes her nervous, that might make you nervous, that she's nervous?
Oh, I think, any married couple can tell when their spouse is nervous, that's just part of being married. I think, you definitely know each other really well, but I just know her personality. She's going to be on edge, and she's definitely full of emotion for all these. So all I can do is the best that I can and try to win as many of these as I can and make it as less stressful as I can for her, and try to finish it off as early as I can in Pomona.
Who would you want mad at you less, Greg Anderson or your wife, Sadie?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a great question. I definitely don't want Greg mad at me. I guess it depends on why Greg's mad at me. If he's mad at me because I beat him, then I would rather have Greg Anderson mad at me, because he's a racer and he understands. He's just very, very passionate and wants to win. And obviously it depends on why Sadie's mad at me too. If she's mad at me because the championship's coming down to the last race, then I'm doing the best I can.
Tony Schumacher, 8-time world champion. For some reason, I'm holding this wallet. Will you please take care of your hardware? I know it's heavy, but you're a muscular guy. Holy cow, long time coming. You told us yesterday on stage that you guys had found something. How did it click here today?
Yeah, I think what I said was, I don't know who'll be number 1 or 16, but it will be epic. And whoever's 16 is going to be a great car. And it turned out to be just a fantastic race. The winners, fans, paid money to come in, got to see a great race. Me and Torrance in the final, you can't pay extra for that. You can. I'll give you my address later. Call me. But sorry, but just excellent day, tough every round. Having to run Julie, world champ in alcohol dragster, stepping up to top fuel. I got to be the first person. I think I'd had 161 people that I had raced in my career, and I was her first. So normally they beat me. It's just the way it goes. So to go out and win that round, take on Antron, who's the points leader, you got to win a championship. And I ain't even embellishing. You got to beat the guy in front. That's how the game's played. He goes, you catch. He goes, you catch. And little moments, little wins. That one was epic. Redding hurt us going out early in Redding, or we'd be right there in the fight. But, it is what it is. Right now, we're going to take what we got. We're going to enjoy this win. We're going to celebrate. We're going to go on to Dallas. We got 3 to go, and try to move into the top 5 and just do what we do.
I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but you are kind of thinking championship. Anything's possible in any of these classes now. Pomona's 1.5 points. Where do you, besides just focusing on Dallas, where do you focus the rest of the season right now?
Next week, going to the gym. I mean, seriously, like you know, we work for 6 minutes a year under power. 6 minutes under power, right? Everything else is the preparation. We go home. We wait for the next race.
I want to ask you this, but I don't. I lost my father when I was young. Your father's looking down on you right now. This, I believe, is your first win since losing him. The emotion that is involved in that, can you explain it?
You know, we started this together, man. You know, like a long, long time ago. And we have anyone that's ever worked with their family, you can go talk to Mike Dunn about it. We all struggle through it. Coletta, we all do this. But we love so much being part family and building it together. So I was proud to watch Mark Powick win with my dad's name on the car. So proud of that. I know he's watching from up there. Sometimes he's a little bit of an extra weight, which probably held us down from smoking the tires. I think he's scared. It's okay, Dad. You know, it's okay. He never wanted to go skydiving. He always blamed it on his ex. You know, he blamed it on Sarah. He's like, oh, she doesn't want me to jump out of a plane. I'm like, really? Really? But we're good with that. It's okay. But for that win, love you, Pops. Know you're watching. This one's for you.
Jack Beckman, NHRA Funny Car winner from the Midwest Nationals. There's something called the Speed Freaks Mojo. When we see you, interview you, ask Ron Capps. He's back. We talked to him this weekend. We talked to you for the first time in a long time. Speed Freaks Mojo, congratulations for this win, buddy.
Does that mean that this interview counts towards Dallas? I'll take it. Can I call you collect once a race? Yes, I'll take it. You know what? Hey, listen, I remember from ZMAX, Charlotte, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, doing an interview with you guys from the hotel Sunday night, pouring rain, but we had the trophy that day. So, yeah, it must be you guys. It has to be you. Couldn't have anything to do with us.
In all seriousness, it's if you look at really how you got here, that I'm standing here putting a microphone in front of your face with this win for you, John Force, is it even sunk in like the smell of champagne that you've got in your fire suit?
I'm a fairly even keel guy. I'm not super excitable, and I don't throw things and cuss. And that'd eat you alive in drag racing, right? Because you lose most of the time, and nobody's happy losing semifinals and say we had a top 3 finish, right? NASCAR top 3 is pretty cool. Semifinals and drag racing, not so much. So I'm enjoying it, but this is going to set in and simmer slowly for another week and a half until I get on an airplane to Dallas. And Tuesday I'll be fixing elevators with a big smile on my face. I'll guarantee it. I will be skipping in and out with my tool bag. And that's the dichotomy in my life right now. I fix elevators by the week, and on the weekend I'm driving John Force's Camaro, and I just won a race in his car, and we've moved into second place in the points there. So it's still a pinch me type of time right now.
Watching it, Victory Lane, I saw Courtney standing there with the biggest smile on her face. I didn't want to bother her, but I can only imagine what she's thinking watching Jack Beckman drive her father's funny car.
Yeah, and Brittany lost early today. She went out first round. That's tough as a driver. It's always that gut punch, right? It doesn't matter if you're leading the points. If you lose early, Austin Prock, he lost semifinals. They're upset, and I get it. It is a sport of what have you done for me lately? But to have Brittany come up and want to take pictures with us, and a couple of her crew guys wanted to do that. And it really goes to show it's a family at JFR. Sometimes it's a real interesting family, but it's a family over here. And I love it. I mean, I had a chance for 14 years to drive for DSR, top flight stuff. And now I'm at JFR top flight stuff. And their organizations are run very differently. And they're both very, very unique. And I just never thought I'd be wearing John Force's fire suit and getting strapped into his car. It never my wildest dreams.
You touched on something there, and we'll end it with this. Tony Schumacher wins. It's been a while since he's won. First time he's won since his father's passed. Don Schumacher, your former owner, is gone. John Force is in recovery. Yet you're winning a race. That's something that's like, holy smokes, Jack Beckman.
John Force is 75 and a complete outlier in everything he's ever done in life. He was competitive at 75. And drag racing allows you, if your eyes are reasonably good, to stay competitive much later in years, certainly in a stick and ball sports, but later than NASCAR or Formula One, because of the nature of our sport. It dawned on me, though, there's a lot of younger people out here driving, second generation pro stock, in funny car, and top fuel. I might be the old guy out here now. I don't know, Kenny. You may have to do a stat on that. I'm kind of moving up. And you know what? I'm proud of that. I earned my gray, right? I've got some life experience. And it's nice to come back and know you can still win in one of these things.
Come on. Fast Jack Beckman doesn't miss a beat here in the Freak Nation. Of course, Tony Schumacher, NHRA Top Fuel winner, and our good friend Dallas Glenn, who's been here the last couple of weeks, last couple of races for Pro Stock. Coming up next, speaking of Pro Stock, Erica Enders, still vying for a championship. She joins us next. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studio.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinion, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Freak Nation, make your plans now to get yourself a new set of General tires. And if you buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires, you'll get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Fall's here. Winter's coming. Wet weather. You want to make sure you're on a new set of General tires. For more information, check it out at GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for over 2 decades.
Rev up your passion for speed. MAVTV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire, and the countdown to the championship is setting the track ablaze. September 27th through 29th, Tony Stewart and more continue their chase for the crown at the NHRA Midwest Nationals at WorldWide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets at WWTRaceway.com for a weekend of nitro-charged playoff action. Kids 12 and under get in free with general admission. The NHRA Midwest Nationals, September 27th through 29th. Get your tickets today.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Freak Nation, she is 90 points back from Dallas Glenn. She sits third in the NHRA Pro Stock points, going for her 7th Pro Stock championship. Erica Enders, she's going to sit in with us for about 10 minutes here momentarily, but let me tease next hour as well. Also coming up, A.J. Allmendinger next hour, and Leah Pruett will be here in the Freak Nation. And again, when Erica Enders rolls in the Freak Nation, not much of a filter. She'll tell you like it is. One of the many reasons why we enjoy having Erica Enders here in the Freak Nation. 6-time NHRA Pro Stock champion Erica Enders. Now, Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studio. Erica, before we came to St. Louis, we were watching the Friday show on NHRA, and they were talking about their predictions or the numbers, the sports books. For a person that hasn't won a whole lot of races this year in Pro Stock, you're still favored to win the damn championship.
Really?
How does that happen?
I like it. That's awesome. I certainly don't feel like we've had our best season, obviously, but we started off with a bang. We won the Pro Superstar Shootout in March and then went to Gainesville and won that race, and ever since then it has been a horrible, awful drought. So I'm ready to be back in the winner's circle. We've won, I think, 6 times at St. Louis, so I'm hopeful that St. Louis luck falls on our side.
How does it fall off?
I don't know.
Like that. And I understand there's so many literally moving parts, but it wasn't a it fell off for you.
It vacated the premises. It was gone. I'm not really sure. I feel like we're doing all that we can. We feel like we win races and championships before we leave the shop. We come as prepared as possible, and those races that went our way so many times are not falling our way by a thousandth or two here and there. So we just got to get on the other side of it and keep our heads down and keep going after it. I definitely feel like I struggled through the summer. I took my car back to Rick Jones, and this is a new car for me. So my last 4 championships, I raced my last car. So this is a brand new race car, and just getting comfortable and getting acquainted. I know that probably sounds dumb, but I've been back to the chassis shop a couple times to get it comfortable, and I definitely have a lot more confidence now. So hopefully these last few races in the countdown will go well.
Aside from it being a new car this year, you are racing in the most competitive class in NHRA. So tell everybody, that's a little component of all of this as well. It's so difficult, whether it's getting off the line or it's getting just, a thousandth of a second from your competitor. How do you mentally prepare for every single tedious run in Pro Stock?
Well, I think that's what keeps me coming back for more in Pro Stock, is it's a true challenge to drive. We're a clutch car with a 5-speed Liberty, so you're actually physically having to drive the car. We joke and say we don't stab and steer it. We actually have to go through the motions.
I heard that.
But
slam on nitro?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I definitely enjoy the clutch and the shifting aspect of Pro Stock. And with the new rev limiter, I say new rev limiter, it was implemented in 2016. So before we could shift at however high we wanted to, now we're limited to 10,500 RPM. So it is extremely crucial to hit your shift points, because if you put it on the chip, the G meter falls off, you're killing time. If you pull it too early, you knock the clutch out of it. So it's just an extremely challenging car to drive. And as you mentioned, the class being extremely competitive, everybody's ripping off really great reaction times. And our 16-car field, the last couple of races was separated by 4 and 500ths of a second between 16 cars. So it's crazy.
How do you practice that, though? I mean, it's not like your daily car. How do you practice shift points like that to be as accurate as you can be coming into a race weekend?
So there's a couple different ways. I like to sit in my actual race car. They make a simulator that's like it, but I feel like sitting in my actual car is better, and I just visualize and go through runs over and over and over. Now, having said that, I'll try to explain something a little more difficult, but your instruments aren't always correct. Like your shift light is not always accurate. So if you unclutch the car and you can hear it if it's light on clutch, well, our shift light is run off of engine RPM, so the clutch is what holds the motor back. If the clutch is not enough on the engine is freewheeling, so the shift light comes on immediately. Well, you know that's not accurate, so you kind of got to wait it out. And then I talked about the rev limiter. You got to get it before then. On the other side of things, if you overpower the racetrack and you're shaking the tires, you want to grab second gear early before your shift light comes on. So your instruments are not always accurate. It's kind of like seat time, drive by the seat of your pants, if you will, through the first couple of gears. So it's definitely a challenging car to drive, but that's what I love about it.
Where does the NHRA, this is a broad question, where does the NHRA get it right?
I think planning an event and having all the fans here, they're the big stage, right, with TV and whatnot. They give us a great place to race. I think that's where they excel.
Where does the NHRA need to improve?
We only have 15 minutes, so I'm just kidding. No. So being in Pro Stock, we're not nitro, we don't explode, we're not fiery. We've always been the ones that they take from. So it's been an uphill battle fighting for our place. I don't know if you remember Pro Stock Truck, the lawsuit years and years and years ago. So we always feel like we have to fight for our place. We were told a few races back that they're going to take over $500,000 from our purse. And fortunately enough, the Nitro guys rallied for us, and we're going to be good. So we all stick together as racers, and that's what matters. But yeah, just fighting for our spot, I guess. They do a great job at a lot of things.
It was also announced recently that you, along with several other female drivers, got the NHRA in a headlock and basically said, we've got to find a proper driver replacement protocol, pregnancy, Leah Pruett. How long was that in the works, and how did you contribute to that decision with the NHRA?
Well, Leah's been fighting for it for well over a year. She kind of got with me at the end of last season and a couple of other girls, and we've met throughout the off season and then the beginning of the races this year, and just kind of like pulled together to see what we could do. And Dr. Phil with NHRA was really helpful, and we got Josh and Glenn on board, and it just was kind of one of those deals. You just kind of have to keep pushing the marker. But people, thank you for being so positive online, by the way. Crash was like totally sticking up for us because people were bashing us, but it's a good thing, and it's not going to benefit Leah and I because she's already going through it, right? It's for the next generation of girls. So our job is to make it better for the next, and that's why we did that.
We can call it a pregnancy protocol. It's technically and literally a medical protocol because it already exists, whether it came from COVID and having drivers being able to replace others. Right now we're seeing it with the John Force Racing Team and Jack Beckman literally driving for John Force in John Force's seat. So it's a medical protocol, and everybody should be able to benefit in the exact same way. Absolutely. So thank you for fighting for it.
Yeah, of course. It's a good thing, again, because, obviously Smoke and Leah, they've probably bred another race car driver that's in her belly. So hopefully it goes on for years and years to come. But yeah, that was our goal, was just to make it better for the girls.
Can I tell you where the NHRA gets it right? Because you're right, I need about an hour to tell you where they need to improve. Where they get it right
every racing series
is the diversity in the NHRA. African Americans, Latinos, Ida Zetterstrom, the plethora of drivers and champions in this series you will not find anywhere. You give me a motorsports that has the wide array of individuals winning championships and winning races. Unmatchable.
They definitely do, and I feel like that starts with the Junior Drag Racing League. Like, we are provided the same platform that the pros race on. You see the junior dragsters out here. They'll probably make exhibition runs, weather pending, but that's where we got our start. And you're able to race on the same tracks in front of the same fans as the pro drivers that you've looked up to your whole life. And then from junior dragsters, you move into the Lucas Oil Sportsman Series, and you can race anything from a 1090 car to a 6.5 second top sportsman car. So it just gives you the steps to excel on, I feel like. And I have a lot of friends in other forms of motorsports, and they have diversity programs. We don't need one. It's pretty awesome.
Do people still come up to you and ask you about Right on Track?
Yes. Actually had a girl come by our pit this morning. She said she's been a fan of ever since she saw the movie, and she showed up in my hat and my T-shirt. So it's really cool to see. I mean, and that was released 21 years ago, so I'm kind of aging ourselves. But
yeah, for those who may not be aware, we're talking about juniors, and that's basically how you and your sister got started, and then a movie came out with you guys. So that's cool. People are still referencing
yeah,
that.
we were your daughter's age when we started. So we've done this our entire lives, and Disney put my sister and I's life story into a movie called Right on Track. You can still watch it on Disney+. But it just kind of chronicled our life up to moving into the Lucas Oil Drag Racing series. So pretty cool to be a part of the women. Disney did a series of movies about females in male-dominated sports. So there was us in drag racing. There was the twin sisters that played basketball, made it to the WNBA. That was called Double Team. And then motocross, which is about a little girl that raced motocross, and she like cut her hair because they were making fun of her and wouldn't let her race. And so it's pretty cool to be part of that.
Again, 90 points back for Erica Enders, running for her 7th NHRA Pro Stock Championship. Freak Nation, coming up next hour, Leah Pruett, AJ Allmendinger, Andretti leaving IndyCar and cursing in the NHRA. That's right. Big second hour of the Freaks coming up. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
For more than 30 years, Lucas Oil Products has been solving some of the most difficult mechanical problems in the automotive, marine, and industrial industries. From our original Core 4 products, heavy-duty oil stabilizer, power steering, stop leak, transmission fix, and fuel treatment, we have now developed over 400 custom products to help solve some of the world's toughest mechanical issues. Go to lucasoil.com to see what we have in store for you. Lucas Oil, it works.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Freak Nation, make your plans now to get yourself a new set of General tires. And if you buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires, you'll get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Fall's here. Winter's coming. Wet weather. You want to make sure you're on a new set of General tires. For more information, check it out at GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for over 2 decades.
Rev up your passion for speed. MAVTV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire. And the countdown to the championship is setting the track of Lays. September 27th through 29th, Tony Stewart and more continue their chase for the crown at the NHRA Midwest Nationals at WorldWide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets at WWTRaceway.com for a weekend of nitro-charged playoff action. Kids 12 and under get in free with general admission. The NHRA Midwest Nationals, September 27th through 29th. Get your tickets today.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Please hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire. It's Speed Freaks. Motorsports Radio redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
Second hour Speed Freaks. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. Crasher and yours truly hanging out in the conference room of WorldWide Technology Raceway. You can see the pictures behind us. Chris Blair, president of WorldWide Technology Raceway, him and his boss man, Mr. Curtis, they put together some hell of some races. Where is my English?
It's a long weekend.
Some spiffy freaking races here at WorldWide Technology Raceway. So much so, Stat, Crash, Richard C. Suave, that they've got themselves a NASCAR Cup Series race next year in the playoffs. This track that's not owned by Bruton Smith, that's not owned by NASCAR. Yes, they've done so well here with this race that, bam, they are now in the playoffs for the NASCAR Cup Series next year. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and, of course, the website, speedfreaks.tv. Coming up this hour, Leah Pruett, who, frankly, is a groundbreaking driver, top fuel driver, not necessarily for what she's done in the race car, but what she's done outside of the race car, specifically while pregnant. She'll be joining us this hour. Also, A.J. Allmendinger, Xfinity Series playoff driver. He'll be here in the Freak Nation. And something I'm looking forward to, I know Statman was a little perturbed where Formula One started to crack down on their drivers for cursing. Statman, are you going to be able to get over that, my friend?
This is the craziest story. This is almost as crazy as the Andretti story in IndyCar. They don't put it on live, the microphone stuff that they put on the show. And they've shown the ability to beep out any profanity. Why is this an issue?
But just say it on your radio, and even if it doesn't go to the public, we're still going to fine you $50,000. What? Yeah.
That's how we roll, Freak Nation. So, that being said, Ron Capps, Ida Zetterstrom, and Erica Enders, all three of them will join us in the last segment, sharing with us their favorite curse words while in their race car.
And how the NHRA has filtered in some cameras and they have to watch their P's and Q's now too. But NHRA isn't fining.
So there you go, Freak Nation. A big second hour here at the Freaks. And Statman alluded to what we wanted to talk about in this segment. And Richie, you dropped this on us on Sunday and we saw this coming, where earlier or later, the latter part of last week, and the news broke of Michael Andretti getting out of Andretti Global. What is it? Andretti Global
Yes.
Motorsport or Autosport?
Well, I think the way that this publication Sportico had announced it on, I believe it was Thursday, was that Michael Andretti was either stepping back or relinquishing. I think that was the word they used, relinquishing his
Right.
role as the head of Andretti Global. Really, that threw everybody into a tizzy. Like, wait, what? We knew something was brewing, something was about to change with whether it was the Andretti IndyCar team or one of the teams involved in his global umbrella. We knew changes were coming, but not Michael relinquishing, especially that word. That's key here. Relinquishing his role in his own company, Andretti Global.
So that came out, and then someone that is synonymous with motorsports, Jenna Fryer with Associated Press, who has incredible insight to NASCAR and IndyCar. She was a little butthurt on Twitter, where she said that she may have been lied to prior to this announcement through Andretti and his associations.
Well, yeah. Did he relinquish himself or didn't he?
All right. So Sunday afternoon, Richard dropped this on us, where the story, according to Jenna Fryer with Associated Press. If you're watching us on MAV TV, YouTube, or any of our other social media outlets, you'll see the headline: Michael Andretti tells AP timing was right for a restructuring of Andretti Global. All right, who wants to jump into this thing first? Richie, Crasher, you read it, Statman. We've all read this thing. To summarize in about 15 seconds, Michael Andretti says he's walking away from 4.5, 5 decades of motorsport.
No, you can't say those words either. He's not walking away.
Can I just say that? Let me say this. He's getting out of the business because he's 62 and he wants to get in touch with his family.
Not true.
Crasher, I'm just having a little fun with it. But what do you mean that's not true? He says he's 62 years old, Crasher, and he has 2 twin 10-year-olds, and he wants to go spend some time with the family.
That was part of the article that Jenna Fryer put out on Sunday. She's trying to get to the truth of it, which is admirable because he's not relinquishing his role completely from Andretti Global, something that he built since 2002. And before that, he had a partnership with Barry Green and Jerry Forsythe that I could go down the line. But no, he's not fully relinquishing himself. What Jenna Fryer was able to uncover and to further prove that she was not lied to, just this other publication had jumped the gun, is that Michael Andretti is still going to have an ownership stake in Andretti Global, but he is definitely stepping back, whether that's to be a family man or just to freaking have some time off that he hasn't had in his 62 years of existence. He's stepping back, and Dan Towers is going to be the majority owner, Dan Towers isn't even running the day-to-day. That's spelled out in Jenna Fryer's article. So they are restructuring management, and this is something that they've been planning for a long time now, and it was set to come out a couple of months down the road, and the employees were to be alerted first before it came out in the media. Apparently, the charter agreements in IndyCar were laid out. They were signed. The Andretti charter was signed by Dan Towers on behalf of Michael Andretti, and that's when the publication Sportico, coincidentally owned by Jay Penske, the son of Roger Penske, who owns the IndyCar series, they ran with the story of, Michael's relinquishing himself from the business. No. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Jenna fortunately did so. We have a little bit more clarification as of right now.
Statman, like you said, I think it was last week, you think there's still more to this thing?
I think there's a lot more to this thing. Like I said in our in-house text machine, what I believe is that Torres came into the system. He tried to buy his way onto several other teams. He ended up buying his way into Andretti Global. I think he wants to change. He's an insurance man. He's got Gainbridge is one of his brands, one of his insurance companies. He wants to get into the financial planning. F1 is the place where you do financial planning. I think he came on board thinking that Michael Andretti was going to get onto the grid in Formula One. When that didn't happen, and the money that he bought into the operation was spent, they had a heart-to-heart behind closed doors, and I think Andretti agreed to step aside. That might help them get into Formula One, and Torres gets his what he wants, and that's access to the billionaires in Formula One who may want some financial planning.
Bottom line, Roger Penske's not going to go to Dan Torres for financial planning. I think that's been established.
Now, Swabby, there's a couple of nuggets in there that caught your eye that gave all of us a chuckle in this article.
Yeah, you already mentioned one of which is, and it mentions here that there earlier in the year, there was a little bit of friction between Michael Andretti and Roger Penske, because Michael Andretti was very open in public criticizing Roger Penske and his ownership of IndyCar and his stewardship of the sport and where the direction it was going, which led many to think that maybe Michael Andretti was on the cusp of buying IndyCar, buying into IndyCar, some way, shape, or form with that. So my favorite part of this story is, like you mentioned, Crash, Sportico, the outlet that originally broke this news, is owned by Jay Penske, the son of Roger Penske. And so the great thing about this here is that it's not too hard to connect the dots here, that Roger Penske put this out intentionally. And this was RP's call to throw Michael under the bus and leak this out early. And that is great, because it's more drama for us to talk about. Thank you.
Wow.
Got a minute.
Wow. RP, this is, oh boy. Oh boy. If that is true, this is why you don't own a series and a team and have your son run media. It's far too incestuous. I'm just going to say that.
This wasn't the son that was arrested, was it? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Public urination.
Statman alone.
Yeah. Public intox and public urination.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Freak Nation.
We all make mistakes.
Yes, we do. We just don't get caught most of the time.
Most of the time we don't, yeah.
So there you go, IndyCar. Now you got about 5.5 months to live up to that until we see our next race for the IndyCar.
Yeah, what a week.
Which, by the way, running the road course in Dallas, around Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Oh, my goodness.
How's that? Sorry, TMS.
Oh,
you couldn't
goodness.
work with them.
All right, AJ Allmendinger, Xfinity Series playoff driver. He joins us next. A little frustrated he is. Hasn't won a race all year, but damn it, he's in the playoffs. And Leah Pruett. It's all coming up right here. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios. And, of course, on MAV TV.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add one 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. One bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730.
Rev up your passion for speed. Mav TV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, Mav TV Go has something for everyone. Mav TV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Again, major props to our friends at WorldWide Technology Raceway for housing the freaks for a couple of days over the weekend. Midwest Nationals, one of the best venues for NASCAR, drag racing, and IndyCar. And the job that Curtis and Chris Blair do here at the track is it's significant. So much so that they get their NASCAR Cup race moved into the playoffs beginning next year. So props to WorldWide Technology Raceway. Also coming up this hour, Leah Pruett, who is making a whole lot of noise out of the race car. Of course, the wife of Tony Stewart, Top Fuel pilot Leah Pruett. She'll be joining us this hour and cursing. Now that Formula One's finding their drivers, we got to ask the NHRA drivers about getting fined for cursing. It's not there yet, but some of your favorite NHRA drivers will be talking about cursing in the car. Now joining us here on the Freak Nation, playoff driver for the Xfinity Series, and of course, one of the Freaks' faves, AJ Allmendinger, now Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
AJ Allmendinger back in the Freak Nation, and I don't know whether to go into the cuts and digs or do we actually talk racing. Let's talk racing a little bit there, my friend. How about that?
Well, I mean, we haven't won this year, so let's do the cuts and digs first. Let's go.
True. Because typically, I like to get off on the mistakes that you made throughout the season. But you're in the playoffs here, AJ Allmendinger. Are you as surprised a lot of us are that you're in the playoffs?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the way that some of the season was going, yeah, definitely. It was questionable at times. So, yeah, I honestly, we've had an up and down year. It at times, I would say early in the season, just probably not enough raw speed at times to go win the races. I feel like over the last 2 to 3 months, we've probably gotten more speed in the race cars, but unfortunately just haven't been able to get that victory, but been consistently more inside the top 5, top 6. So hopefully that momentum can kind of carry us through the playoffs, because it's a lot different than the previous 2 years in Xfinity, where we had a ton of bonus points, so we could kind of fall back on those. And in one way now, it almost makes it a little easier in the sense, like, we just got to be aggressive. Like you almost race defensively sometimes when you got such a good points gap. So we got to go attack from first lap at Kansas.
Well, if anyone's followed the Freak Nation for 24 years, they know when AJ comes in the Freak Nation, honesty is part and parcel of the interview. And we had a conversation, was it 2 years ago at Phoenix when you made the Final Four? Is that 2 years ago? 2 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. When you were in the Final Four and you said, Kenny, my car's running like ass. You told me that.
and it did. Yeah.
And frankly, it did, but you still had a shot. Is the car running like that now? Listen, you should be experienced by now at this, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that we've worked hard this year to try to pinpoint where we're struggling. And, I believe that we've at least got on the right path. So, the best way I can put it, say 3-4 months ago, even at our best, I thought it was going to take some luck to go win the race. Like we didn't have enough speed to do that. I feel like now at our best, we can go win any of the, especially the oval races, like any of them. When we're off, I think we're still off a little bit more than, say, Allgaier or Custer or Chandler, guys like that. But I think at our best, we can go win the races. So we're closer, whether that's good enough, we'll find out.
A lot of what we're talking about right now is technical stuff and what's going on with the car. Are other things, or have other things been a distraction, like popping into the Cup Series every once in a while, or family, or is it literally just technical stuff?
No, Crash, I think a lot of it was, part of the reason why Matt and Chris wanted me to come back to the Xfinity Series was just try to figure out, okay, where are we lacking? And it's tough because, like Josh is new to our car this year, and he had never driven it before. SVG is just trying to learn the oval side of it. So just what he needs is completely different just because he's learning on the fly at every racetrack that we go to. So I feel like we pinpointed it for the most part. There's times that we still don't know exactly how to get that last 10th out of it and figure out to go run consistently with the 7 and 00 and 81. But, we're close enough now that I think if we got it right, we can, we've got it figured of into a really close box. So I don't think anything's a distraction. My body's more sore running both races at times, but other than that, that's not really a distraction. That's just me whining.
AJ, you're not supposed to age yourself in any of these interviews. So enough of that already. I want to stick with SVG, though. You just brought him up. Are you one of the main reasons why he has been so successful this season? What is he feeding off you? What is he learning from you specifically to the ovals?
Yeah, the oval side of it, just trying to help him as much as I can. He's got good help, especially on the track outside of it too, with Ross and Daniel. On the road course side of it, he's world class. So I'm trying to step my game up to run with him. I feel like we do feel the same things in the car, so that's good. He's just work around him a little bit better on the road course side of it. So, but yeah, it's we're trying to help each other. Each driver's a little bit different of what they feel. But specifically to SVG, just trying to help them on the ovals. I can't imagine trying to do this with 15 minutes of practice, learning this on the fly. Like what he has to do now, what a rookie has to do now is insane.
I can't imagine how he is learning with 15 minutes of practice every weekend. Let's reverse that. You as a veteran driver, do you like this schedule the way it's been the last couple of years with very little practice?
Yes and no. When you have your stuff dialed in, I think it's great. For us right now, I wish we had more practice at times just to try more things, because you literally show up at the racetrack with what you simmed out and you're kind of stuck with it. So it's, for our situation this year, I wish we had more practice, but they're probably not going to change that. So it's all right. We kind of learn as we go, but it's a challenge for sure.
You got to get into the Final Four. You got a chance to do that. You're down in 10th right now. You got a chance to move up in class.
Was that your question, Statman, or was that just pinpointing the obvious?
That's my question, dude. I'm getting an easy one right now.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, it's a new season starting this weekend. So I'm ready to go. We're going to be all right.
That's the answer you're going to give me? You're going to be all right?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be all right.
All right.
You guys got to see over to the side here. Skylar's looking at me. She's been upset with me all day because I've been talking too much. So I've got us way behind on schedule. So that's what she's looking at.
Why that decision to go back to Cup? I know you mentioned that the colleague gang wanted you to roll into the Xfinity Series to kind of give you an idea where that team is. Is it figured out and you figured let's go up and get another shot in Cup?
Well, we got a badass showing up for the 16 car next year in Christian Eckes. Yeah. So, my duty is to go to the Cup side of it and hopefully, get that just those cars and the program itself in the right direction. We're making additions. I don't know if you guys saw, we added Ty Norris to the sponsor side of it. That's going to be a huge addition. So we're doing things to try to make that side of it better. And that's kind of where I want to end full time. And
Oh.
You know, and hopefully give something for the young guys to go to.
Do these young guys appreciate your experience? Do they listen to you when you say, here's an idea that you might use? Or do they just say, get out of here, old man?
You probably have to ask them that. I've always said, I'll give my, if you come talk to me, I'm an open book. So you can come talk to me and I'll give you all the info I got, good or bad, I guess. But yeah, you'd probably have to ask them that. But you know, I'm going to always tell them everything that I know.
Can we get a sexier Xfinity Series champion this year?
No, that right there. This is as good as it gets.
That's my point.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right? I mean,
no, that would be sexier, is what you're saying.
We like
right?
us some Cole Custer, but we need to bring sexy back to the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, it's here, and we're going to try to win a championship with it. I guess I'll see you guys in Phoenix.
Yeah. You see that headline there, AJ?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
The curious case of AJ Allmendinger, NASCAR's strangest career trajectory.
As you guys have seen, I don't do anything on just a normal path. So,
well, you know, I find it interesting though how you went to Xfinity full time with Colleague in order to help that program. You're going back to Cup. You just said to help full time for Colleague to help that program. Are you a part owner of this team? I mean, do you have some sort of a stake in which you're the one constantly making the team better?
No, I don't want to lose any money. I don't want any team ownership. I got to go on that one. Skylar she just looked at me.
I know it.
All right, I got to go.
Skylar, thank you.
I'll see you guys in Phoenix.
Just win, you bastard, and we'll get you
All
in.
right, I'm trying.
Skylar, thank you. Later. Get out of here. And coming up next, Leah Pruett, the wife of Tony Stewart and one of the baddest chicks in the top fuel car, in and outside the cockpit, making a whole lot of noise for women drag racers. She joins us next. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Summer is finally here. Cookouts, pool parties, and rising gas prices. Time to start using Lucas Fuel Treatment. Lucas Fuel Treatment improves mileage, increases power, and lowers emissions. It's a virtual tune-up in a bottle. Just pour it directly into the tank for a dramatic improvement in the performance of your vehicle. Good for gas and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. Get it now at your local auto parts store.
Rev up your passion for speed. MAVTV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
This freaking segment is brought to you by our friends at Lucas Oil. Now, what automobile do you have in the garage? I bet Lucas Oil could keep that thing fat and happy and on the road. From everyday car care, heavy-duty trucking to agriculture, hot rods, classic cars, motorcycles, and marine, Lucas Oil has what you need to keep those engines, interiors, and exteriors looking like and running like they're supposed to be. For more information, go to the website, lucasoil.com, and find the perfect Lucas Oil product. Keep your rides on the road.
Leah's been coming to the Freak Nation for many, many years. Recently, I think every damn show we've had her on, seems like. But Leah, I saw you walk in here, and I see you walking up to the bar, and I'm going, hold on, you're with child, man. You can't be having any bourbon or any Budweiser.
Listen, I was going for the effect of what it was. I'm trying to remember what it really feels like to go up to a bar. No, this is cool. I've never been to the Budweiser Pavilion. I mean, when you're racing, this isn't really where you're at, but this is definitely the place for the bands to be at. It's a very cool setup that they have. But yeah, I got myself a nice water just so everyone's clear.
Yeah, what that effect, it worked on him. He's freaking out over here.
Let's get the baby questions out of the way. Have you had any weird cravings, pickles, onion rings?
Nitro.
No, honestly, I haven't. I know everyone wants to hear something crazy. I've never been a sweets person. If you know anybody that loves hot stuff, like that's me. I'll go toe to toe with them. So I've kept on that regimen. I really, for about 2 weeks, was a big fan of oh my gosh, Sour Patch Kids. Like that's the most heavily loaded sugar thing you could possibly get. And I was like, all right, this is not sustainable. But I'm like, if there's a time in your life to indulge in Danishes and Sour Patch Kids, I was like, I can do that now. Not during racing, car weight, and all that. But yeah, he's doing good. Due the Tuesday after Pomona, but yeah. I guess only 5% of kids are born on their due date. So give or take 2 weeks or 2 weeks after, before or after. So we're in the home stretch, we're in the countdown, right? Just like the teams. I'm in the countdown.
Is it out there? Do you have a name for him yet?
It's not out there. We have a name in mind, but we want to make sure he looks like it. Like
what?
As a baby face?
What?
I guess. I mean, we're like 90% sure of the name, and then we don't really have a backup name, so we're like really prepared, as you can tell.
No, sometimes it's best to just not be prepared and just wing it. Just go with it.
The amount of conversations that people have about children, I've had more of those in the last month than I have in my entire years of 36 years being on this planet. So, I mean, we can do it. There's literally billions of people that have had children, and you've raised a beautiful daughter. And so, yeah, we're very excited. Tony is coming into it. He was really scared in the beginning, like freaking out. What are we going to do? And as I think that's why they give us 9. It's actually 10 months.
Yeah,
It's 10 months of pregnancy is what it is actually. That mentally prepares you, because for a while I'd wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. Like now I wake up and I remember I'm pregnant. So it's almost that time.
So what is the plan, if any, like we were just talking about, we're winging it, for Pomona? I mean, that is the season finale. Tony could be fighting for it. You never know. What's the plan? I see your face. It's just like, whatever.
I wish I could have a plan. What I have learned from God is that you make a plan and then he'll be like, I have a different plan. So I plan to be at Vegas. Depending on how I feel, I'll be 40 weeks pregnant at that point by Pomona. Tony's in a hunt. I'm going to be there, and I'm just really going to see how I feel. And, Tony, he has a plane. Pomona's not far from Arizona, which is where I plan to give birth. And we'll kind of roll with it. I do joke. I say maybe my water will break in the water box, up there. I don't
Yeah.
So what's wild is, I've been to every race this year. The baby's been around, the noise. And we were at a dirt late model race this past week in Brownstown. And I was standing behind the car we were with, McCready, and it had fired up, right? And it like, bah! And the baby jumped. And it hasn't jumped for not one nitro car out here, not moved or nothing. And so I don't know if he likes dirt late models or or if he doesn't, but I know I do. I've really, really been watching a lot of them, especially at the World 100 at Eldora a couple weeks ago. That was a phenomenal event. But he's got all the sounds, and pretty soon he'll have all the sights.
This baby, I know we said we were going to get the baby questions out of the way, and now we're not. But this baby is going to sleep through the night on night 1. I mean, it's already used to all the craziness.
I hope so. Do you hear that? You spend night 1 and 2
that was
and
an
3.
instruction. That was a demand, actually.
Leah, when we talked to you last, the next day, the NHRA announced the pregnancy protocol for women that want to start a family during race season. And you've been spearheading that along with your other female drivers. Congratulations on that. And 2, how difficult was that for you to push the NHRA through to finally come up with this?
Well, to be very candid, like anything, the power is in the numbers. So I did not really get to plan my pregnancy, and a lot of people don't, right? I mean, you might try for a while and not be successful, and then when you're not trying, then you are. So I knew through my experience that it was not exactly easy for women and for families to start. And when I was trying on my own, talking with Dr. Surface and in 2022, basically knowing at some point I wanted to start a family, wasn't getting a lot of traction. And it wasn't until I really teamed up with Erica Enders and Angie Smith and got the opinions of other female racers. And given this doesn't really apply to me, right? I'm pot committed. I started this year. We did the interview at PRI and I had the same expressions. And so this basically is for the next generation of women so that they can continue to race. And if they do want to start a family, they don't have to pinpoint this pregnancy in November and December, which is very difficult to do. Plan your partners, your sponsorships around it, your race series, everything that goes into it. It's no different. For those that don't know, there's an injury protocol. Well, you do know John Force is not here, right? And with Robert Height being out. So there's protocols in place. There's a COVID protocol for a replacement driver. In Pro Mod, there's an international travel protocol that they have. Up to 2 races, I believe, you can have someone else come in, drive your car because you're in Bahrain, you're in Canada, whatever it might be. So really there's rules in place for everyone else, except for if a woman gets pregnant during the season. So this is not like a feminist movement or anything. This is just look at the makeup of our professional drivers. We have a lot of proficient, knowledgeable, excellent, successful women in this sport. And if they want to start a family, they've had to make the decision of, I'm going to keep racing and I'll never have a family, or I have to give up my career. So this just allows them, if that happens during the season, a replacement driver comes in and just carries their points. The team can continue to race. The crew members that have made their careers on these cars can still chase for a championship. You have the least amount of obstruction to the teams, to the fans, to the series, to the car. And that's really what it's about.
Outside looking in, I feel like it has brought you female drivers so much closer together as well. Is that just...
Yeah,
is that true?
It sure has. I mean, I feel like all of us are pretty close. You know, Alexis DeJoria was involved. She backed it as well. And then we got on a couple of Zooms with Jasmine and Ida. You know, she had been not even racing here in the U.S. and was a part of that plan. You know, you have these women that are in their young 20s to in their mid 30s, and that's like the time that it happens, right? And so just having a plan in place, no different than you have a plan for your race car. We have plans, all of us, for today to hit the track. You want to have a plan for your life if you can. And this just helps supports that. And I'm really proud of the NHRA, Glenn Cromwell, Josh Peterson, the doctors that they had on board doing research within the sport to be able to make that huge move, the first motorsport in the entire world to really accept and give, you know, availability to this. And we just hope, you know, this isn't probably going to be in effect for maybe 5 years, 10 years. You know, we might not see the fruits of this for a long time, but maybe other motorsports will create their own policy. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's definitely a start.
It's a step in the right direction. Yeah. And that's what was needed right now. So I think that basically answers what we've been asking people up here. What is one thing NHRA as a racing organization does right?
I think that they, in my career working with them for now 12, 15 years, they do listen to their drivers and their team owners, and because they know that they're not doing it all by themselves. We all have different, we all take different information from different places. And this is one thing I really learned from Tony. I always had the racer hat on, you know, what's best for us, what's best for the team. Being with Tony, he's looking at what's best for the sanctioning body, what's best for the fans, what's best for TV, what's best for the sport overall, the track, the teams. He looks at it just so vast, and then he comes up with an idea of how to approach it all that's fair for everybody. And that really shifted my mindset of, yeah, you know, you think you're just looking through this one lens as the team. No, look through it all, and that's when you're going to find the most vast and best solutions for the problems.
And coming up next, we'll stick with more drag racing, your favorite NHRA drivers, and cussing. Of course, it's all right here. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Summer is finally here. Cookouts, pool parties, and rising gas prices. Time to start using Lucas Fuel Treatment. Lucas Fuel Treatment improves mileage, increases power, and lowers emissions. It's a virtual tune-up in a bottle. Just pour it directly into the tank for a dramatic improvement in the performance of your vehicle. Good for gas and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. Get it now at your local auto parts store.
Rev up your passion for speed. MAVTV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
This freaking segment's brought to you by good friends at General Tires. Now through the end of October, buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires and get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Need more information? Go to the website, GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire for Speed Freaks for the last 2 decades.
I was thinking about this going into break about being, what if I was, growing up as kids, before I was, before my time or after my time, where there was the cursing jar. Again, the first time I thought my dad was cool was I was 18 years old when he dropped the F-bomb. I thought, finally, man, he dropped an F-bomb. Gosh. I've never heard my mother curse ever. And I think how far we've come. My daughter's heard me curse more in her lifetime than I ever did in my dad's lifetime. And my daughter's 10.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. So, Statman, Suave, you guys being the Formula One snorkelers that you are, Statman, go ahead and you and Richie go and intro this segment that we so proudly jumped in with some NHRA drivers to ask them about their favorite curse words when they're on the track or off the track.
Is it curse or cuss? Or is that a regional thing? Because I've never once said the word curse in my life. It's always cuss. It's a cuss word. Just saying.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Is that one of those?
What's happening, if you've watched the Formula One race, you know that they put radio comments from the drivers on the broadcast, and it adds a lot to the broadcast, I think. But through the years that they've been doing this, obviously the drivers have used profanity, cussed, and used curse words as well, and they blocked those or beat those or got rid of those. So obviously these are edited before they go on the air. So I don't know what the big thing is about this. If they have a separate channel that they can talk to their engineers and say whatever they want. But these are the channels that are available to the public, and the broadcasters have made them available. So, Richie, I don't know what the big issue is. Maybe their ratings have fallen off in the United States, and they want to float this out there to get people talking about F1 again.
I will tell you what the issue is, because it comes straight from the top. And the FIA president, Mohammed bin Sulayem, whose name I just butchered, but this is how he describes it in the comparison he makes, which is unreal. He said, quote, "We have to differentiate between our sport, motorsport, and rap music," he said. We're not rappers. They say the F word how many times per minute? We are not on that. That's on them. We are us.
Yeah, that was something that Lewis protested to about 10 days ago and said that, hey, wait a minute, there's a lot of innuendo in that comment. And he wanted to make sure that what Muhammad was saying there and what it meant, what he meant by what he said. Because in Lewis's ears, that comment included some profanity, cursing, and cussing, even though it wasn't any four-letter words. So, all of this, again, is insanity because it wasn't getting on the air. And, if you're worried about what the drivers hear between them, the pits and their cars, a lot of the drivers would tell them to shut up, and that got on the air. He said, "I'm busy out here. Leave me alone." So,
no talking under braking.
Yeah, right.
No talking under braking. That's right.
All right, so we caught up with Erica Enders, Ida Zetterstrom, and Ron Capps, three of the most popular NHRA drivers on the planet, and asked them about cursing in the car, either in the car, outside, just cursing in general. And you'll get some good insight to what these top-level drag racers have to say when things get kind of gnarly in and out of the cockpit. They join us now, Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios. What's your favorite curse word?
I don't think it's appropriate.
Well, just kind of sugarcoat it, man. Is it the S-bomb, F-bomb, MF-bomb? What is it?
It'd probably be the F-bomb. I mean, and I didn't ever say that word until I went to work for Elite Motorsports. I really didn't, because my dad, shut up and stupid were cuss words in our house growing up. So that's way out there. But if you've talked to Richard Freeman, he cannot speak without saying that word. It's kind of like tying an Italian's hands to their legs, and they can't talk without using their hands.
Okay, so. Is it F me, F you, F, and then a name? What is it?
It's usually like F mother, F blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Sorry. I love Jesus, but I cuss a little.
Your favorite curse word, whether it's at yourself, the car, your PR person, your crew chief, what's your favorite curse word? You don't have to say it in front of this young crowd, but you can give us an example. You can edit it a little bit. What is it? And why? And when do you drop it?
Yeah, I might drop some F-bombs in the car if I screw up. I don't do that towards my team, but I do it towards myself. So if you were to get a hold of my GoPro videos, the in-car ones, you will see me, punching my leg and screaming in the car before I get out, trying to get it out there so, Daniel doesn't get to take all of it when I come out. I'm trying to shake it up, so that they don't have to deal with it. Obviously, we have a lot of Swedish curse words that I can throw them out here because nobody knows about that. So that can be a good thing.
Carry on. No.
Teach us some new lingo.
Yeah, the first fine from the NHRA to Ida Zetterstrom dropping Swedish curse bombs.
That's only Formula One.
$50,000.
Formula One's the only series low enough to fine people for their language.
Well, okay, when you drop the F bomb, is it F me, F you, F that, F this?
It depends what I did. It's been a lot of F me lately. I've been annoyed at.
What are the words that you use when you get mad at yourself, the crew, the car? You can clean them up a little bit, but we're asking drivers their favorite curse word.
Man, God.
F seems to be the most popular.
Well, they started tapping into my radio, and they did it on air the last few races, and they'd ask me in the staging lanes. Brian Loans from Fox Sports would come on, and they're talking to me before I two runs away from making a run. They did an Indy when we ran the snake car. So they're in our radio like NASCAR, so they're certainly hearing my words. I still have them, and in the car, we get so jacked up, those come out very freely in different ways. But, yeah, I've had to, HR-wise, I've had to sort of be a little better as a team owner. Yeah, so I've been better at it, believe me.
So you're telling me, though, hold on, when you drove for Schumacher, when you drove for Pruett, they never cussed because it's not appropriate to cuss as a team owner?
Yeah, and I don't know if this is why you brought that up, is the Netflix, the F1 stuff? Is that why you brought it up? Gunther was a weird dude. Anybody watch the Netflix F1 show? We've all watched it, right? That Gunther has always been a weird dude, but I loved his reaction to F1 just told all their drivers no more cussing. And so the drivers are like, and they're fining them, and they're penalizing them. And Gunther, who ran Haas's F1 team, he was like, plug your ears. Okay, she's all right. Yeah, Gunther's like, what the f*** is that all about? And that's in his quote. And so they're like, but he's not in F1 anymore, but I love how they put his quote in it. So, yeah, like Don Prudhomme, yeah, when you're around those guys, it's the way real life is. And you hear words that you would never want to repeat sometimes. And we're all in the heat of the battle. And when you're driving for a guy like I had him at Indy last 2 years, we ran a special car. It was like having him as an owner again, although now I'm the owner and he's hanging out, but he still talks the same. And if somebody walked up, and they were a church-going person, I would be like, snake, yeah. So, yeah, it still goes on.
Erica's T-shirt.
Yep.
I love Jesus, but I still cuss. Who would buy that T-shirt if we made them? I would absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, Erica made her bones in a Disney thing, so I imagine if she starts dropping that stuff on the track, Disney might say, we don't know the girl.
Disney still runs that show. You can still watch her movie Right on Track on Disney+.
It's, again, we've got about 40 seconds here, but it's something. Almost 25 years of Speed Freaks of getting those type of answers out of the biggest names in all of motorsports. Erica Enders, Ida Zetterstrom, funny car champion, team owner, Ron Capps. It's badass. And again, Ron Capps over the weekend benefiting from the Speed Freaks mojo by making it to the finals against Jack Beckman, which of course you saw Jack Beckman join us in the first hour. All right, man, we'll do it again next weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you, WorldWide Technology Raceway, for housing the freaks. Stat man, let's shoot the juice to the moose and do what?
And without cursing, cut it loose.
See ya!
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Summer is finally here. Cookouts, pool parties, and rising gas prices. Time to start using Lucas Fuel Treatment. Lucas Fuel Treatment improves mileage, increases power, and lowers emissions. It's a virtual tune-up in a bottle. Just pour it directly into the tank for a dramatic improvement in the performance of your vehicle. Good for gas and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. Get it now at your local auto parts store.
Rev up your passion for speed. Mav TV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, Mav TV Go has something for everyone. Mav TV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.